Hi there folks, welcome back to the IB and Andy Fishing channel. It has been a while since I've said that. Thank you very much to all the new subs who have subscribed to the channel in the time that we haven't been making videos for the last 6 or 8 weeks. We've both been really busy, both with work and with real life stuff. The times that I did have set aside to make videos, we just couldn't do it for one reason or another. But I've finally managed to get out on the river and we are here on the beautiful Derbyshire Derwent to do some high summer dry fly fishing. I cannot wait. Like I say, thank you very much to all the people who have subbed while we haven't been making videos. I hope you've been enjoying catching up on all the other vlogs. For those of you guys who have been here for a while, thank you very much for joining us again. Now, a couple of videos ago, we did a giveaway of 2 sets of Gray's fin nymphing kits, and also a day's fishing with IB and I here on the Derbyshire Derwent to get to know your new kit. I was supposed to have announced the winner for this a while ago, and I've just totally forgot about it because we haven't been making videos. I was really clever this morning. I went through all the comments, I wrote down the name of the winner. I've left the piece of paper on the table at home, so I can't remember their name, but it will be on the screen right now. Whoever's name that is there, you won the giveaway for the Gray's fin nymphing kits and the day's fishing on here, and IB and I will be in touch with you very soon. Coming on today, really looking forward to this one. The weather is amazing for it. It's really still, it's humid, it's about 20 degrees, it's cloudy. Everything is ideal here for some fantastic summer afternoon and evening dry fly fishing. I've only bought one rod. It's a 9-foot 4-weight. It's a real fancy rod. It's a rod that we're reviewing at the moment, so looking forward to showing you guys a bit more about what that's about in the future. Got a 4-weight floating line on there, a nice long filled leader and some tippet on the end of there, so I'm about 17-18 feet in total. At this time of year, drift is crucial. What we expected to fish in terms of flies, well, I've gone very minimal with the flies, to be honest. I've only got a small box of flies with me and I've not even half filled that. At this time of year on rivers, it's very, very simple and straightforward. There's only really 2, maybe 3 bugs that we have to worry about. We've got the caddis or the sedges, depending on which part of the world you're in. We've got the blue-winged olives and we've got the midges. There's one little curveball in there. There's a couple of beetles in there just in case, because my feeling is we're going to find fish sat underneath tree canopy at this time of year. They like hiding away just underneath those trees, crunching stuff that falls off them. So we've got an option on the beetle as well. As well as finding fish underneath the trees, I think if we can find anywhere where there's a nice tight feed line, nice tight bubble line where all the food is being kind of pushed into one area, I think there's a possibility we could find rising fish in there as well. But to start with, I'm going to walk up and down the river and just see if we can find fish underneath those trees. Can we find them underneath the canopy, up against the rocks on the far side? A little bit of depth, a little bit of flow. That's the kind of stuff they're going to look for. And if we can find them rising under there, I'm certain we can catch them. Let's go and give it a go. Okay, so a little walk down the river, and it hasn't taken me long to find the first consistent riser of the day. In fact, there could be 2 consistent risers directly opposite me, sort of in between this log that's stuck in the river and the far bank. The nice splashy aggressive risers, which usually suggest that it's caddis that they're eating rather than the blue-winged olives. So that's what I put on. I've got IB's CDC and out caddis with that nice pink sighter on. I'm going to get relatively close to these guys. Let's just have a watch here for 2 minutes and see what happens. There we go, so that didn't take long. That's one of 2 fish. I know there's a second one a bit further over, but potentially I could catch both of these. I'm just going to try and land this caddis yard in front of him, just on the edge of the bubble line. That might do. It's going to drag a touch, I reckon. Oh, there's the bigger one. That's the one that we actually came into fish for. I'm tempted to forego the closer one to get to him. It's not quite over there. It's a good sighter. Let's get that away and try again. That's not turned over. There must be a little bit of breeze over the far side. It didn't matter though, because he came to it. Oh, it's got me around that rock. Oh, panic, panic, panic. Oh wow, he's around stuff, that's for sure. The fish is still on, but he's definitely caught me around this log. There we go, we're off. Okay, right, I know there's all sorts of bedrock and nasty stuff in there, like the stuff I'm stood on. That's a quality fish to start with. If I can just keep him up, I think I should be okay. Wow, he moved a long way to eat that, if that was the same fish. IB CDC and out there did the job. What a take. What a take for the first fish of the day. That's a good fish too. Whoa, he's up in the air again. Spent more time in the air than in the water so far. God, this would be great if we could get this one in the net. What a way to start the day. Oh, it's a good fish. Yeah, there we go. What a start. That is incredible. First 2 minutes of the day. Why can't every single video start with one of these? A few scars on him. He's had a couple of battles. Jeez, he whacked that caddis. Let's get him back real quick. Gorgeous, wild Derbyshire Derwent brownie. Caddis muncher. What a start. Well, that was a good start, and while I was basking in some glory on the bank, getting everything sorted out, getting all the kit put away, another fish has risen in a pretty similar position. Risen in the same way with that big splashy rise, so we can assume it's taking those sedges, those caddis again. It's a little bit further upstream than the last one, but it is roughly the same distance across, just on the far side of the bubble line. That should be perfect. That should be absolutely smack on first time. What I haven't done this time that I did do the first time is just wait a minute or two, because I've walked fairly close to these fish, or this fish. I may well have just put it down for a second or two, so I'll have 1 or 2 drops, but then I might just rest him for 2 minutes waiting for him to rise again. As ever, dry fly angler's biggest weapon is just a bit of patience. Just stood still there for 3 or 4 minutes, and eventually the fish has risen. And actually, if it's the fish that I initially got into target, I wasn't getting the cast right before. That is much better. It should be pretty much bang on. I'm not going to get huge drifts here because he is the other side of the feed line there. I'm going to get some drag, but that wouldn't have been far off. Interestingly, that rise was a slightly different one. It was more delicate. Could be that he's switched and he's perhaps taken one of the olives that are coming down, because there are a few. Could be a caddis that was halfway emerged. Certainly I haven't seen him move to this, and they were 2 very, very good casts that would have been there or thereabouts. Okay, little deer hair emerger, one of my absolute favourites. Just imitates emerging insects of both types, but having that body just under the water generally pulls a fish up like that. You just hope that you're not going to miss it like that. God damn it, I think I did a whole lot wrong there. Bugger. Well, it worked. It definitely pulled him up. Well, 100% hit rate for me would be asking far too much, so I guess there was sort of an inevitability about that. I haven't been on very good form hitting takes in the small amount of fishing I've done recently, and that is a continuation of my recent form, I reckon. Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Okay, well, not a bad first pull. 2 fish risen, 1 in the net. I'll take that. It's probably been there for about half an hour or so in total. We'll take that. I haven't had to move down very far either, and I'm finding fish underneath the trees on the far side here. It's a different sort of pool this. There's no flow line, there's no speed of water anywhere. It's very flat and glassy, which means that as I move, I'm probably spooking fish. The likelihood is that by the time I get across to these fish, I'll have put them down. So it might be a case of being a bit patient again and just waiting for them to come back. And just like before, it's a question of waiting. Oh, or not. Or I could drift it straight down to him. That's exactly what we wanted. I've still got the deer hair emerge on. I'm going to keep that on for the moment. See if we can get a nice quality drift underneath these branches. Let's see what that does as it goes down towards him. It's probably a bit further upstream than I wanted it to be. It's got a lot of chance of dragging by the time it reaches him. Okay, right, so not as far upstream ideally, Andy. It might be okay. Drift looks better. I'm not 100% sure how that's landed. And just like before, I'm just going to stand and watch here for 2 minutes and see what goes on. Is that hatch starting to change? Could these guys possibly be in the olives instead of the caddis? Okay, there is one that's just risen a bit further upstream underneath the trees. It's actually an easier cast than the initial fish. That would be smack on if it's not caught on that root. Oh, what are the chances? What are the chances? I just caught the very end of the root up there. That's probably cost me a shot on that fish. Okay, so attacking that root system seems to upset that pool underneath that tree there. My feeling is if I can rest it for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, I think those fish will come back. I could hear a fish rising downstream of me, but I hadn't seen it. But just stopping for a few minutes gave me a chance to watch this pool, and actually, in the time I've been watching it, I've seen 2 fish rise. There's one right up against the root system, exactly where they should be, and one just away from it as well, so got a chance of potentially catching both of these, but it's the one against the root system that interests me, obviously. Let's get this nice and close to that far bank. That's not great. We'll let it go. Goes under the tree there. There could be anything under there. Just because it hasn't covered the target fish doesn't mean it's out the game totally. But I know that needs to go a touch further over. Let's get in there. Got him. Got him. There we go. Oh, it's off. Well, it was in the right spot, that's for sure. Dang it. Oh well. Don't feel like I did a whole lot wrong there, to be honest. Pool number 3. I'll be honest, this is going to be a bit of a snap cast. I was walking along the bank to get to somewhere else, and I just... oh, there's another fish there. I just had a look over here, and there was a fish rose right up against the far side. So I've dropped myself in. That fish that's just risen on my right hand side is a new one. That's not the one that came into target. I'm going to stick with the original target fish because my feeling is it's the one more likely to be a better quality trout up against that far bank. Hopefully you guys can see there's a bit of a mess of fallen tree over there. And the fish rose just off the angle of that. Exactly where he should be, to be fair. That's perfect first cast. Come on, just eat that. Just eat that fly. Ooh, interesting. Maybe he's a touch further up than I thought. Jeez, I thought I cracked it first time then. I've kept that emerger on, the deer hair emerger for the moment. Might not matter too much with a fish like this. That's good. That's good. Come on, eat that fly. No, it's 2 good drops over him that he hasn't eaten. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that second fish that rose in the middle just flashed at that, and it's a much bigger fish than I thought. Let's try him. I'm assuming that was the fish that I saw rise. The one I flashed then was a really good brownie. Perfect. As long as that doesn't drag, that should be ideal. Oh, we had a good look at it. Oh, dear me, it's a good fish, that is. Okay, so I can shorten right down. Let's try that. Righty. Changed back over to IBs, CDC and elk. Oh, we had a good look at that. Oh, dear me. He's got to eat one of these. Okay, well, didn't manage to lift that big fish to anything else. I'm only 10 or 15 yards upstream from there, so I can keep an eye on it from here, but there are fish rising in this foam line that's coming down the inside bank, so that's what we're going to try and target here. I don't want to get too close because it's ever such skinny water. There's one of them. Can I get myself comfortable there? No, I can't. Ooh. How about that? That might do for the moment. Not particularly comfortable, but it might have to do. Still got... I've put that deer hair emerger on. It's the first time all day where I was tempted to put the olive on, actually. Quite gentle rises these. They're not the kind of slappy, sloshy rises that we've been seeing up to now. But I'm just not seeing that many olives in the air. So I'm going to stick with the caddis for the moment, just go for the more subtle version. Might just try that one a bit further into the bank where he rose most recently. There we go. Oh, there was movement down there. I think he's had a look at that. What did that mean? There was a right boil underneath the fly. Oh, okay. That was a lucky landing. So I know there's one there. I've got half a feeling he's just eating a beetle. I saw a little plip and then maybe 2 seconds later, that take. We'll give him 2 or 3 drifts with this DHE, but this could well be a fish feeding on beetles or beetle larvae. Definitely saw something drop in the water, and then it was only a second or 2 later that rise. Okay, so plan here is to cover the fish on the inside first that bulged at the DHE, and then cover the riser. That's short on him, but it lands heavily enough that they can often hear it land and go and investigate it. If I can get that within a couple of feet of those roots. Oh, put that on those roots. Where is it? Where's the fly? I haven't seen that at all yet. It's still moving. Considering that's got a whacking great red sight-post on it, I lost that pretty easily. Yes, got him. There we go. That's exactly what we wanted. It's a good fish as well. That's a belter. Yeah, here we go. That's what we wanted. Get that beetle up against those tree roots. Exactly what we expected there. It's just about making a good cast. This is a solid fish, this is. Oof. There we go. We're on 6x tippet, so we can't pull back mega hard. But good reel with a quality drag system. Set right. Gives us a chance at least. Oh, it's a big fish as well. It is a really big fish. It's bigger than I realised. Okay, we'll take a time with this. He's definitely not ready. Ooh, off he goes. Off he goes. He's looking for that deep water. Can we use his momentum to get him back above us? Don't like him downstream of us, that's for sure. Let's gain some line on him while we can. Can't be ready yet, I don't think. He knew exactly what he was doing up against those roots. Got a real safe spot there. Okay, he's just seen me and gone again. Whew. Take your time. Get him back up above me. I think he wants to go back up to his root system. That's clearly where he feels safe. There's a fish just risen where I picked this one up. I'm glad I didn't hook that one. No, off he goes again. It's a big fish. It's a big fish. Give him his due. I don't want to go downstream too far with him, because if he goes over the top of the falls behind me, I'm never seeing this fish again. Whereas in here, while it might be snaggy in places, there isn't any great flow. Not quite ready yet. He can still get his nose down. That's what he's trying to do at the moment. He's rubbing his nose on rocks to try and shed the hook. Oof, still got power. Still got power. He's still going away from me upstream there. Yep, going away from me upstream. Don't know how long I've been playing this fish, but he's still got enough strength to go away from me in that direction. And he is trying to get back to his safe spot. I'm hoping that that run there will have used a bit of energy up. Haven't been able to keep him up. That's the thing here. I can't quite keep him up at the top. Okay, turned him. Turned him again. Kept him up in the water that time. Oh, pinged off his tail then. That was horrible. Right, are you up? Turned him, turned him, turned him, turned him. Turned him again. Yes! Oh my god, it's huge! Yes! Woo! What a fish! That is without doubt my biggest brown trout out of the River Derwent. No doubt about it. It is huge. What a fish! Holy smokes, guys. I've actually got the shakes a little bit. This is an epic fish. Definitely my biggest Derwent brownie yet. Oh, dear me. Check this out. Oh my goodness. Look at that fish. It's huge. Yes. Okay, so big fish or not, we have to respect the water temperatures and get him back nice and early. Just want to give you guys an idea of how big this fish is. I'm struggling to deal with it with one hand, it's that big. Come on. Whoa, there he goes. Oh my God, that was amazing. I can't believe that's just happened. What do you say after that? I can't believe that's just happened, and to get that all on camera, from the caster putting it in the net and releasing it, that is just freaking epic. I am so happy. On a dry as well. We did say earlier on about putting the foam beetle in, about how having a foam beetle just to throw underneath the trees every now and again, just in case there's something under there. It can be a real game changer, that beetle. It really does draw fish. And I was very lucky in that, as I said on camera, I'm pretty sure I saw something drop off that tree, fall into the water and then get eaten. Granted, not by that fish, but something ate something that fell off the tree. It could well have been a beetle or a beetle larvae. One thing for sure is that thing worked, and that was unbelievable. I'm looking at exactly that spot now. There's another fish rising at the moment. Oh man, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to compose myself. Oh, it's another good fish just risen there. Couple of minutes to compose myself. I might have a fly change, I might not. We'll have a look at that and see what that looks like. I need to get back in here, but for a first vlog in 6 weeks, this is going okay, I reckon. I hope you guys are enjoying it, because I know I am. I've had a couple of minutes to chill out, check all the knots, dress the leader, dress the fly. There are still fish rising up there. They're a little bit further out than he was. He was the one tucked up against the root system. The other fish are a little bit further out, so I'm coming slightly wide of them to try and make that cast back in. I didn't really have much of an angle from down there to make the caster want. I think that's about as close as I can probably get to them. I've got to land this just upstream of the first branch. I think that'll do. Yeah, that is perfect. That's landed right on a fish that's just risen. Jeez, I think I might have got a little bit unlucky there, because that was slap on the money. Well, that was a nice fish further up as well. Let's try that one again. Oh, it's another good fish. That's a good cast. That's in there. Got him as well. Yeah, got him as well. They want that beetle. They want that beetle. It's another quality fish. God, I'll tell you what, it is a good one. That is a good one. Had we not have just landed that one this would be a really, really, really big fish. Jeez, they are lined up looking for those beetles. Right, let's see what he does. That is a good fish. Yeah, off he goes. Loads of energy. Loads of energy. Stay down. Much prefer if you stay down rather than splashing around like that. You get the feeling there are a couple more up there as well. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, because I really want to get this one in the net. But you get the feeling there's a couple of other good ones up there too. Oh jeez, it is a good fish. Are you in the net? Yeah. What is happening today? The big boys are out. I don't quite know what's going on here, but I like it, that's for sure. This is another good fish. This ain't a little one. Look at that. That's the smaller one. That's the smaller one. I've got a feeling that's a stocky. I don't know what it's doing here, but it's going to go back regardless. Fantastic. So it's stocky or not, we'll show him plenty of respect and we'll get him back. Really strong, healthy fish. Off he goes up the edge. Well, I felt like I might possibly be able to stay in that spot and catch a couple more, but make a pretty boring vlog if we just stand in one place for the next hour. So decided on a bit of a move. I've come downstream even further, and once again we are seeing rises underneath the canopy. Slightly different water again here. It's a little bit faster, a little bit shallower, but I am still seeing rises here. Kept the beetle on for the moment. Doesn't feel quite as beetly, this place, because I'm not going to be casting right up against the far edges, because I'm not going to be casting underneath low canopy. The beetle might not be the one here. We'll just have a watch and see what happens. Okay, took a little bit longer than I thought it would, but it is shallow here. The fish has risen finally, or one of them. Oh, steaming up here. That's going to be no good. Need to be able to see what I'm doing. Fairly long cast. I don't know how close I'm going to be able to get to this fish because of the shallow water. Let's have a look. That's a pretty good drop, actually. It's a pretty good drop. No. So I want to amend that. See if it'll cover the downstream fish, which is there somewhere. No, okay. Let's try that again. That's good again. Let's drop a couple more over there. I haven't seen him rise since. I can start losing the light soon. So probably can't afford to be too precious about some of these fish. That's a terrible cast. The idea was right, it's just 10 feet short. Let's try that one again. Yeah, I can't afford to be too precious with these fish because I'm going to lose the light for filming. That's good, but he's going to drag early. He needs to eat that really quickly, ideally. Oh, that's a nice fish. Right underneath the tree upstream of me. That might be the next cab off the rank, I reckon. Oh, or that one there. That's one of the two fish I came in to fish for originally, just hadn't seen it rise for a while. Bit of a downstream, a bit of a reach, bit of slack, let that go. That's a perfect cast. One more of those and then I think this beetle's just going to have to come off for the moment. And again, bit of reach. That's gone too far across, I reckon. Okay, back onto IB, CDC and elk. Let's just, there he is, let's see. That one's short. Wonder if that'll reach the second fish. Yeah, it will. Oh, that was a grayling. Stuck directly upstream as well. All went wrong there. Right, at least I know something's going to eat it. I got that one. That one doesn't really count compared to the others, but we'll take it. What have we got? Wee Bruni. Well, they'll eat it if nothing else will. Future 3-pounder. Go and get big. Not quite the stamp of fish we're looking for, but proof that something's willing to eat at least. I don't think I'm doing that much wrong here. I'll give this another 2 minutes. If nothing particularly exciting looks like it's going to happen, I think I need to go and find another fish here. Typically, as I left that fish and walked up here to see if I could find where the risers were that I was hearing, these guys stopped rising and the fish that I was trying to catch is going absolutely bonkers. Yeah, that's happened. We'll leave them alone for a bit longer. I think I've just seen one fish rise very, very close to the far bank here. Another real tricky one, this. So I've got to cast across the flow line, so we're going to get some drag. We may well end up needing a mend. To start with, I'm just going to try and land it on him, or on where I've seen the rise at the very least. It's not bad. Big stretch, big stretch. Sometimes a fish around there. Get it away from that branch. Maybe let it go downstream past the branch a little bit. Ooh, okay, right. One of the fish underneath this canopy has just risen. I'm going to walk out of the shot of the second camera. I'm sorry about that. I don't want to go back and change it now. Oh, they've both risen. Okay. Right, one is off the bank in the feed line. The other one is right up against the dry root system. Let's take the lower hanging fruit first. Oh, what the hell? Saw the leader shoot and everything. Well, there's one of them. Okay, so it's definitely not going crazy. Couple of rises, 2 different spots, the same 2 spots as they were in earlier actually. I think they're on caddis. There are a couple more caddis in front of me here than there was where we just were downstream. Quite low to the water, and the rises have been quite sloshy, aggressive rises. Kind of suggests that it's those caddis. So I've stuck with the deer hair emerger, just because of the reaction it got downstream more than anything. No point. Ooh, hello. We'll try that one. We'll try that one. Oh, gosh dang it. We won't try that one. Made a bit of a mess of that and ended up second cast hitting the log that was stuck in the river. So I haven't gone and got that back. I kind of given up, to be honest. And I just had a quick look at this pool here because I was hoping there might be something rising in the feed line downstream. But actually I've seen a fish rise twice up against that foam line on the far side. Now the camera on me has 4% battery left, so there's a chance that even if I hook it, we might not see all of the fight here. It's got to go right up against that foam there. It's pretty good. Yeah, I thought that was okay. I've seen this fish rise twice. I've got IBs, CDC and Elcom. Oh, come on, eat that. Eat it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that's not getting eaten. That is perfect. Why haven't you eaten that? Okay, the fish just risen above me. Got him. Oh, quite a big fish in the foot. I know you guys are probably wondering why the sound's weird. It's because my chest camera has run out of battery just as I was about to make this shot. Just a couple of fish rose upstream of me. Ooh, good stuff. Oh. Gosh dang it. I reckon that's the end of the day. Well, that was a shame. That was a much bigger fish than I thought it was when I first made the cast. It was ever such a delicate little rise and right in the middle of the river. I thought that was just going to be one of the little dinks, one of the little 6 inches, and we'd finish the day on that. I wasn't expecting it to steam train straight downstream, that's for sure. I was probably pulling in the wrong direction, actually. Yeah, I got it wrong. It was just a bigger fish than I realised, to be quite honest. I just thought it was a dink. Lesson learned, it definitely wasn't. It absolutely obliterated me down there, and I got exactly what I deserved. Really interesting day. I got here about 4. I said I was going to leave at about 8. It's about 8:30 now, so I'm a little bit late. I was hoping there might be some signs of some olive spinners in the evenings, and actually it's only just started to tick now. I'm just starting to see a few more kind of gentle sippy rises than I was before. So by the time the light's gone, it's not really much use in terms of making a vlog. You guys aren't going to be able to see anything, so I'm going to come away at that feeling pretty satisfied with a venue PB. That is undoubtedly the biggest brownie I've had out the Derbyshire Derwents. No two ways about it. I don't know how heavy it was. I don't weigh fish, particularly this time of year. You just want to get them straight back. It was a big fish. It was a really big fish. It was big in every single direction. It looks big on the shots as well. So I don't know, you guys tell me, how big do you think that fish was? In total I've got about 90 minutes worth of footage in the can out of just over 4.5 hours on the water. That gives you an idea of how slowly I've fished today. And I'd say the vast majority of that footage is just going with me stood still waiting for something to happen. And to be honest, that is the reality of dry fly fishing, particularly at this time of year. Is you really want to take your time. Make sure you know where your fish is. Have a good look at what it is it might be eating. Try and read those rise forms. Are they splashy rises? If they are, it's probably a caddis. Are they gentle sippy rises in the bubble lines? If they are, it's probably the olives. Are they real little gentle sips, or are you seeing little plips, things right underneath the tree canopy? If it is, it could well be beetles, and you saw today exactly how those beetles pull fish. That was absolutely amazing to see. They were really switched on to those older beetle larvae falling off the tree. Just having a different fly in the box there has bought me not only 1 bonus fish, but 2 bonus fish. Really, really, really quality fish. Obviously I missed a few, I always do. I'm particularly rusty at the moment. As I say, I haven't done much fishing for the last couple of months, so I'll be a little bit rusty. Lost a couple as well, which is a real shame, but it happens. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great to get out and just do a few hours, take my time, chill out, have a few shots, have a bit of a watch, have a sit on the bank. Really, really enjoy fishing like this. This is one of my favourite times of year. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it too. If you're interested in any of the flies that we've used today, apart from the beetle, they feature in our fly packs that we've got on the web shop at the moment, so do feel free to pop over. The address is just here. You'll find the trout packs on there, grayling packs on there, your nymphing kit on there, all the merch, all the other stuff is all on the web shop. I best get back home though. I've got work tomorrow, I've got editing to do tomorrow as well now, and I'll try and get this out on the interwebs as soon as possible. Until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and IB and I will see you guys again soon for some more fishing and stuff. Take care, folks. Bye bye.